Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Becky. Today I think we are going to be working with a sketch. I do have a subscriber that's kind of having a little trouble with sketches. So anyway, she's having a little bit of trouble with sketches. So we're going to go ahead and work our way through a couple sketches, excuse me, in the coming days. Just so, you know, our friend can play along. If you have any suggestions or tips or anything about sketches, put them down below. Let's help our friend out. So I pulled out several. These are ones, some of them I've already done before, and some of them I have not. We do have a variety here. I don't know where this is from. You can see I did do a layout with this one already. It's called This Is Us. It was a picture of BJ and Marissa. I did not put the date or anything on there, but I know I used that sketch before. So looks like we've got some sketches in time by Brinchivia. We've got a couple Laura Whitakers in here. This is a Sketches in Time, Laura Whitaker, Janessa Franco. So yeah, we just have a wide variety of sketches right here, but we're going to go ahead and start with this one. So I'm going to find 3 photos. Now what I have on my desk is mostly close to my heart stuff. I do have the most recent hit kit, but I didn't pull out any papers. I just pulled out some of the embellishments. And I have some embellishments over here that I think are some Paige Evans. So yeah, we got a lot of stuff here to play with. I'm not just going to be sticking to Life's a Hoot. I do also have some mixed-in papers from this catalog. So yeah, that's what we're going to be playing with. I will be using a sketch. Let me go find my 3 photos. Alright guys, so I found my photos, and they don't really go with the Life's a Hoot collection, so I'm going to be using mostly mix-in unless I change my mind. I thought I had some mix-in scraps, but I can't find any. So I did pick these 3 photos. This is of Runt the puppy, when I still had all the puppies. You can see on here, this is a graph as a background paper. I would use a graph if I had one out and accessible to me, but I would usually use white cardstock or something very, you know, basic. Usually a tone on tone. I actually don't even have a tone on tone right now, so this is what we're going to be using as the main part. Now you can see there's some inking right here. I'm going to try to put a picture of it up there so you guys can see. There's some inking right here and also some splatters. So I did pull out my Strokes of an Artist, the 1887 stamp from Close to My Heart. I'm probably going to use this one. Maybe even this one as well. And then I'm going to use one of these for the splatters. And I pulled out my honey butter ink to do that with. For my photos, I'm going to matte them. See, these kind of bounce up and down. I mean, I guess there's no reason why we can't do that, I guess, except for these are kind of in a series, you know. And if I bounced them up and down and one stood out more than the others, it would be this one. I'd probably want this one on this side because there's more room over here, and this one on this side. And then maybe bounce it up right there. I guess I could do that, huh? Maybe I'll back these in white cardstock, and I'll just plan on bouncing them like that. So what I really like about sketches is there's different ideas in them. Now you can see we have flowers and leaves. That does not mean you need to use flowers and leaves. That's just here's a cluster, here's a cluster, and here's a cluster. But what I really like about Laura Whitaker's sketches is she puts different icons in here. So if you look closely on here, right here, this ampersand is stapled. Oh, that's a great idea, right? I never remember to pull my stapler out. Well, I have been remembering lately only because it's broken and I really want to staple it. Now, if it wasn't broken, I would never try to pull it out, right? But because it's broken, I keep trying to staple. But I need to get a new one. So, yeah. Staples, that's a good idea. We got tabs. We've got kind of some labels right here. It's a good idea. Over here on this side, we've got a circular element. Again, leaves. Now, I don't know if you want to use leaves or not. My title is probably going to have something to do with Runt, because that's that puppy's name. We've got a tag down here and some twine. So there's a idea. Here's another circular element. It looks like, yeah, it looks like circular stitching. Now you can stamp circles, or you can actually stitch circles, or you can draw stitching, or you can omit it altogether. I'm going to omit that stitching, but it's a great idea if you want to do something like that. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what I want to use for my strips. Figure out what I want to use for these strips right here. I'm going to go ahead and back these in white cardstock, and I'll trim my thing off right here. I might see if I can find a more basic pattern. It's not going to be that. I don't know. This might still be too much. I might need more of a tone on tone. So I'll have to look around and see about that. Got a tan. I'm going to go with no on that. That would make my stamping really hard with the honey butter, right? Okay, so I'm going to figure that out and I will come right back. All right, so what I did here was I chose to use this paper as my large piece up at the top, and I went ahead and trimmed it. You can't really tell, but I followed this scallop. Now I am going to end up inking this in black, so you will then be able to tell. So that's going to go up here. This one's going to be a little bit shorter, so it's going to come back a little bit. I'm also going to ink that in black. When I was looking for my punch, this punch right here, I found this, and I thought it was perfect because it says love makes everything grow. Now this puppy is Runt, and he was the smallest, and he made his way into the dog food bag and started eating it out of the bag. There's a video on my channel about it. I think it's my only short that's up there. It was so cute I had to share it. Anyway, so I thought love makes everything grow would be so cute, but it's black. I think this is a Maggie Holmes. I just found it in a box that was sitting by my punches. It was sitting on top, and I was like, oh, perfect. But anyways, I'm going to probably spell his name out. I'm probably going to spell Runt out right here. Oh, got more black. And then I'm going to look through what I have on my desk, you know, what's handy. I'm not going to go through any of my stash, but whatever I already have out, I'm going to see if I have any other black embellishments that we can kind of play with a little bit. I'm going to ink the edges of all this stuff too, and this yellow strip and this blue strip will be trimmed down. Again, this I punched into a scallop. You can't hardly tell because it's just so close together, right? And this I also, again, followed the scallops on it. So I got this big block right here. This I trimmed down. It's a 3 by 10. And this I'm going to trim down a little bit. And this I'm going to trim down a little bit as well. And I'm going to ink the edges of everything with black. And then I'm also going to pull out some black options. See, I can already see a black option right here. This is a tag I made last month. It had something on it. I can't remember what it had on it, but I pulled it off, and I think I used whatever was on it for something else. Well, there's a tag piece right here, so I already see one black, you know, little pop I could add. So I'm sure there's more over here. Here's the other tags that I made last month. Anyway, there's some more stuff over here that I could find that's black. So that's what I'm going to go ahead and go away and do. And when we come back, everything should be inked and at least stuck down. At least the papers and the photos. Not the title yet. You can see on the sketch, the title says right here over that photo. And that's a great place. And that's where I would have made my title be if I wouldn't have run across this piece. Now, I still don't know if I can make this piece work or not, so we're going to have to cross our fingers that inking this all in black doesn't completely ruin it. So, cross your fingers, and I'll come back with what we have going on. Okay, so I pulled out my stamps, and I did find these embellishments right here. I didn't put any of these down. I'm not 100% sure if we're going to use these or not. I did put Runt's name right here with these Felicity Jane alphas. And I just stuck my block together like this. got some foam dots under here. But I did that so that we could do some stamping with our, now if you'd rather use the real mixed media, certainly you can. I'm just going to use the stamp. So I'm going to season it on my arm. Get some ink on it. It's a rather large stamp. Ink on it, check the edges, make sure I didn't get any on my block. Looks like I've got some areas that the ink is, okay, not supposed to be sticking to, I guess. Okay, so we're gonna do this one like maybe right about here. I don't have a foam pad under here, so this might turn out not great, but that's okay because this is mixed media, right? Ooh, I hope that lightens up. That is not cute. Okay, this might go up higher. We'll try the splatters. Maybe I should try the second generation stamping. Here's my sketch. I'm just gonna stamp off on the sketch. And you can see I've got some stuff on my, okay, let's try it in second generation. You can't even see that. Yeah, I think we're going to stick with the first generation, but we'll use these splatters. Let's do one down here because we are going to have that tag. And then we could come back and fill in some spaces if we want to. I'm going to go ahead and put this down. I am going to use this title, I believe. Put that right there. I'm going to take this tag. Oh, look, I did glue a vellum piece onto here. This is actually from the hip kit from this month. And so are these. But I could put this under here. Put a little bow. Then I'm going to put this one right here. I'm not going to have that red on there. I'm going to cut it off and put this right here. We might cover this up with something. I had a, let's see, I have a Here and Now. This is from a Pretty Little Studio. I can stick on there, and it's the same color as this down here. Or I can do with this chipboard piece that is from Heidi Swap. It says I'm a Fan. This has kind of been up, and it's, I don't know, the white's not, doesn't look white, it looks more pink. So I'm not a fan of that, so I think we're gonna go with this one. And then I've got some of these bits to kind of tie in the feel of this title. And then for the circular bit down here at the bottom, I did pull out this from the die cut pack. And we're just gonna make this little circle like that. So I'm gonna put this down, come back, and we'll see what we'll do with further finishing touches. Okay, so I found a couple more little layering pieces that I thought we might use. You can see on this sketch, they did have a little tab, so I've got this label. My title is completely different because my title is right here, but I do have Runt's name spelled out right there. Maybe we can just tuck this under there pretty good. Annie's in here. She's walked in. So if you hear me fussing, that's why. gosh, one of them's drinking out of the toilet. Okay, and then maybe I'll put the little things right here as a little layer. Do you think that's too much? I've also got this yellow. Oh, and I put this little sticker right here that says funny. Got this little yellow. Maybe do that for a layering piece. That's kind of cute. Don't know about this there. Well, I think we'll go ahead, put this down here. I really liked that little things right there, actually. So I'm going to go ahead and tuck this. Get rid of this funny, even though it is funny. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm not going to get rid of the funny. We're going to leave the funny there. Whatever's left of it. I must have put art glitter glue under that. There is no saving it from that. If you put art glitter glue down and then change your mind, no. That's not allowed. Okay. So we can put that right there. That's a cute little cluster. I don't know about this now, but I feel like that needed something. Let's go ahead and let's see. These splatters are okay. I might just go ahead and do one or two more of them. So maybe I'll do one right. Got my little stamp chamois. I got it on my block. So just wipe that off. We'll just go ahead and do one right there. Maybe we'll have one right here. Maybe we'll put one right here. What do you think would happen if we like stamped over this label and the title? You want to try it? I mean, what's the worst that can happen? Okay, let's try it. I'm going to show you what happens. I don't know. Huh. All right. That's not awful. It's all right. We'll do one right here. Okay. I can deal with that. This is kind of cool. All right. So then we're just going to go ahead and finish off with some dots. I am virtually out of black dots. I will go ahead and take some white ones later and use my black permanent marker to color some white ones black. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to use what I have available to me. So on this sheet, I've got a couple dots, and then I have hearts, which I do love the hearts. And then over here, let me put my pen back in this. Okay, then over here we have got some of this kind of a glacier color, which we're going to pull from here. Maybe I'll put some of those down, maybe not, I'm not sure. And then we have this kind of a yellow, and we also have a lighter yellow. I'm leaning more towards this darker one. Yeah. So I'm going to put some of these dots down around the page, and when we come back, we're probably going to be done with this layout. So give me just a sec. All right, guys, I do believe this is all I'm going to be doing to this layout. You can see we added a big enamel dot right here. The big ones aren't my favorite, so I like to tuck them, so only part of it showing. We did a big one here and then a small heart, and I only had one dot, so I just went ahead and used it. Over here, we did a big heart to dot our eye. I thought that was kind of cute. Put a little small heart next to it, and then we got another large heart right here. Down here, we just have another tucked large enamel dot that is in black with the white heart here, or the little black heart here, and a little black heart there. That's all we did, and I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one done. It's very cute. I don't know that I'll do any journaling on the front. However, I do have the back that I can work with if I want. I do definitely want to put something on here because this was so funny and cute. Alright guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me. If you'd like to support my channel, go to beckybidding.closetomyheart.com. You can check all the links down below in the description box. And I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.